Amir. Mining a lot. Actually, not that much today, but a decent amount. The Ravi, I should Well, a little bit more water. Yes, now it's time for the lava. The fun part. Which honestly makes me think I may just do one layer today just because of the lava. The lava makes this way more difficult. Or drags on these layers a lot. $12. I'm at layer 12. Well, I'm technically mining layer 13, but I'm on layer 12. I have oh, no, 8 layers left. Which is probably not going to be gone until next week, to be honest with you. I really doubt I'm going to finish next week, but I mean, you never really know. No, I have no idea if I'll do that. That's gonna be really close. I basically have to finish the rest of this section, place all the torches down, and then finish the next section, which... yeah, I don't know. Yeah, honestly, speedrunning. I think I have to speedrun a section. Good thing it's only a third of a section, so it shouldn't take... What's up, Frosty? It shouldn't take too long. I'm kinda already am, sort of. Yeah, I pretty much am, let's be honest. Especially compared to the old other sections. What's up, Drew? Nice. What the heck is speedrun music? Oh yes, it's quite enjoyable. Get to collect all these resources. It's way more enjoyable than layers like 50 to 30 or whatever. Even above 50, it's kind of enjoyable because you get to mine all the like top layers. And you actually get to notice progress being made. I mean, somehow I found a flower on layer, what was it, 19 or something like that? So, I mean, what the heck else could I find? Very recently. I'm talking literally, I think, yesterday. I'm pretty sure I walked in the lava like once or twice. Which scares me, honestly, because of the nether. And I'm gonna be surrounded by lava for at least the first good month or two. Because if I'm that clumsy with overworld lava, I can't even imagine trying to manage nether lava. I'll consider a death counter. I may make a montage of it though instead. Or something like that. That is if I've fallen enough to actually make a montage, which there's probably a good possibility. I mean, I could either make a death counter or every time I just fall into lava. Because let's be honest here, I'm gonna rage a little bit every time I fall into lava. Just slightly. I still never found the Ender Pearl clutch throw that I did. I could have made a YouTube short video out of it. I still never found it. Okay, so it was the original ore mining thing, whatever it's called. Not the most recent one, but the one after or the one before it, when I mined all that ore back in, I think it was March 2020 or something like that. It was in one of those videos. I think it was Redstone. I could be definitely wrong on that. I mean, if you want to spend all your time while I'm at work to do it, then you can definitely. If you want to, obviously you don't have to, but if you really want to find it, then knowing you, you could probably spend all day looking for it, like literally all day looking for it, or all night or whatever. Cookie, sure, cookie. I'll literally name you a cookie on Minecraft if I have to. It's at least in that range of videos. It's at least in one of those videos around that time frame of mining that ore. I don't remember if it was during the ore mining or if it was like right before or something. It's still quite a bit of footage, so good luck. I think the only annoying part about this next section is the fact that um moving the beacons is kind of weird when I get to these next bit of layers. I'm pretty nervous, I'm not gonna lie, for these next sections because of the lag on the chests. was a long saving time. Alright, give me a second. Okay, I'm back. What's up, Ruin? I think it's how you say that. already drank water. Let's save it though. Imagine how many episodes this would be if I made this into like a let's play, like a 20-minute let's play of every episode. How long that would take. Or not how long would it take, but how many episodes there would be. I mean, that would also take an eternity, but you gotta think Sword King made his project very let's play-ish. He is at 280 something episodes. He's not even 15% done. He may be around 15, I'm not too sure. So if that says anything about I mean, to be fair, a few of his weekly episodes, he didn't really make much progress. So I mean, even if you split up all of the 800 hours or whatever I've been streaming on YouTube, it would be 400 episodes, I think. It's think I'm pretty sure on that. Wait. 40 episodes, never mind. Dang, those are, I think. No, never mind. That would be, I have to do 800 hours. Wait, 800 hours. Be times 3. What's up, Assassin? And I think divide that by... Actually not too sure how to calculate that. So it would be 800 hours into 20 minutes. And then you'd have to calculate how much 20 minutes would go into 800 episodes or 800 hours. Yeah, it'd be 2,400 episodes. I'm pretty sure on that. If you totaled all of my stream time, and that's not even close to what I could have been. That's just stream time, that's not even counting. I mean, you gotta think Kurt J-Mac has his Far Lines or Bust series. He's up to, I think, 800 episodes. He's not even... I don't think he's even halfway done. If that says anything. I mean, to be fair though, usually Let's Plays are update videos more than actual. Except for Kurt J. Max, he's one of the few people I've seen where they actually do like legitimate run-throughs. Oh, not run-throughs, but walkthroughs using the Let's Play itself instead of actually just using them as updates. Sword King did it differently. He made every single Let's Play video as an update more than actual. He basically made a weekly update video every single week for. He did it for a good year, I think it's, and then he kind of fizzled out. Or his most dedicated was for sure the first I think 3 years of his project, and then he just slowly kept fizzling out over and over and over again. It's almost like every single time he takes a break, his breaks just get longer and longer. I think it's already been over 3 months since he streamed. Operation Bedrock, not just streaming in general, but I know he has the time to do it for sure. If he can stream that much the Tuber Simulator, then he can do the product. It's just this takes so much dedication with a full-time job that you have to basically do this almost on its own. You really don't have much choice to do it unless you want to take 30 years to do it. Dude, the posture thing helps so much with staying up, I swear. It's kind of crazy. I mean, sure, it's good for your back, but I mean, obviously, it's pretty much a given, but, or at least it's known to be that, but, or known to help your back, because let's be honest here, we aren't meant to slouch over. I mean, to be fair, we aren't even made to sit down for long periods of time, so I mean, I guess, at least I'm in somewhat the right direction. But, it helps with staying awake. I think it has to do with like the diaphragm, like circulating air and keeping the brain more active or whatever. I definitely could be wrong about that, but for some reason it helps quite a bit with staying up. I think based on my time, I think I can actually finish 2 layers, which is crazy. I'm sure if I'm so tired to the point where I'm falling asleep regardless of what I'm doing, then it won't help, but I'd say for like general tiredness, then it helps. Not like horrible like drowsiness. I've actually always considered if I was ever sick at any point without even realizing it. Because I don't have like the internal sensing to keep track if I'm sick or not. I just don't have that awareness to keep track of if I have the symptoms of being sick. I mean, I have allergies, but I mean, like legitimately being sick. Like having a fever or something like that. Oh, Jesus Christ. I think fevers are the one that scare me the most because it's really just hot-headedness, but I can't really tell if it's just because of my body temperature or if it's literally just like right now my head feels pretty hot, but I can't really tell if it's that hot or if it's just my body temperature is really high right now because I do have a pretty high body temperature at some points. I don't know if it's the contrast of my cold room or something. What's up, Beg for the End? The Jack. I think by the very beginning of next week, which kind of sucks, but I mean, oh well. Oh Jesus. Just thinking about it, I don't think I actually went to the doctor when I sprained my ankle. I think I just lifted it and yeah. That was pretty painful experience, especially trying to jog on it. That was really stupid. I didn't even know I sprained it or anything like that. It just kept getting slowly worse over and over throughout the entire day, and I decided to jog on it when it was kind of hurting, and it was extremely painful. Unfortunately, it was the district track meet as well, but to be fair, I wasn't gonna do much anyway. Let's be honest. I wasn't prepared for the district meet. Honestly, I don't think I was prepared for any of the district meets. Besides the last one, but even then I still wasn't that prepared. Honestly, I think in athletics in general, I wasn't really that prepared. For my knees to make me suffer, basically. When you're told you're getting, it's actually growing pains, but it's actually not growing pains. It's like, oh, it's growing pains. And it's like you actually caused something because you ran when you were growing with the growing pains. You caused something else to happen. It's like, okay, well, even though I had no clue, if I knew I had something else besides the growing pains, I probably would not have continued athletics. Like I had growing pains in like 7th grade up until I think freshman year, and then I think running on them while I was in that area, I caused something else. Either I caused something else or something else happened. I don't really know if I caused it or not. I at least made it worse. Let me just go with that. Which is weird because freshman year, my knees didn't hurt at all. I didn't run that much. But then sophomore year, they hurt like midway through cross country, which it's like 3 months of cross country, and then it's like 3 or 4 months of track or something like that. So, and there's a pretty good break in between. Yeah, I probably would have just quit athletics and went to band or something like that. And tried to catch up to everybody, because I definitely could have. I definitely have the dedication to, I mean, a dedication to do band. I definitely did. Possibly even more than anybody in the band. I'm not even saying that just to be arrogant about it. I'm not kidding either, though. Like, I mean, the project just, I mean, seriously. It speaks for itself. Let me just say that. It really speaks for my ability to determine through things. Because if I can determine do this, I'm pretty sure I could do some insane things with other subjects and stuff like that. Like, imagine if I played an instrument with the same amount of time I did this project. Or just as an example. Actually, I wouldn't really say I was more determined than everybody, but it would definitely, I could catch up pretty quickly to majority of the people. Because let's be honest, even though people join stuff like extracurricular activities like band or stuff like that, do they really take it that seriously? Like, I know people in athletics who want to get stronger, but they don't want to put in literally almost any work to do it. Happens so many times. I'm pretty sure band, at least in some cases, are probably the same way. Maybe not as bad. I mean, they probably don't have as much of a, because it's less physical work, and it's just more how long can you sit there. And I mean, sure, it is somewhat physical because you're blowing through an instrument, but I mean, unless you're doing drums, but percussion in general, it sort of is physical, but I'd say it's mainly mental. Let's be honest here. I mean, somebody could disagree with me on that, but you got to think about it like playing a rhythm game. Most rhythm games aren't even that intensive. They just take a lot of practice and time just to get good at it, and usually that time takes mental energy, not really even physical energy. Even Beat Saber, if you do it correctly and you actually try to get better, it shouldn't take that much mental energy or that much physical energy. It mainly just takes mental energy takes a lot of willpower. It takes a lot of tenacity to get through it, which you would think so. I mean, self-discipline, sure, yeah, but I mean, that's only if you're literally. Oop, oh, I should have. Yeah. It takes a lot of if you want to do it on your own without actually being told to do it, that is. But if you're told to do it, sure, you could probably do better than anybody that just uses sheer willpower, but you gotta combine the ability to get through it, like basically banging your head on the wall trying to figure out a note or something like that, or playing a playing a specific tune or something like that, learning the notes, stuff like that. And then you have stuff like you need the tenacity to really go through with whatever it is you're going through. You could say perseverance, but it's really, I would say for the most part, it's more tenacity than it actually is. I mean, I could play the same, similar to rhythm games, I could play the same song over and over and over again until I get good at it, if I wanted to, that is. I mean, I have the grit, definitely for sure, to get through it. I just have to do it. I have the tenacity to get through it. More like if I really want to get through it or not. Like, do I really want to perfect this? Do I really want to get that good at it? What it comes down to, in my case. I mean, you gotta think, people said that they can do this project for maybe like a week or so and then just give in. I mean, because most people don't have that tenacity built in. They have self-discipline, but they don't have the internal, intrinsic motivation to do this project. Most of their motivation is stored within other people more than themselves. Because most people are any users, which is expert intuition, which is desire, other people's desire, not their own. But when you have literally the highest level of willpower of almost all the yeah, actually all the types, then you can pretty much bang your head on the wall as long as you want it enough, then I'm pretty sure I could persevere enough to do it. Basically make myself go insane. I mean, sure, I could deal with stuff like this. It isn't difficult, but it still takes a long time. But I could also do the difficulty too, so if it's something that's super difficult, I have the tenacity to get through and learn all the inputs. That is if I want to learn all the inputs for something. I mean, I don't blame, I mean, it's natural psyches. I mean, I don't blame people for not having that willpower. It's just, there's some downsides to having this level of willpower. The problem with it is it's so desirable. It just tries to desire instead of actually doing things. That's a problem with it. It's like, ooh, I want this, but it's like, I don't want to put in the effort to actually get it. That's the problem with it. It has the highest level of willpower, the highest level of desire, but it just doesn't go through with the plan. And obviously the no self-discipline also doesn't help because it's super impulsive and it could be like, oh yeah, sporadically want this instead. Or it could hold on to one thing for too long. It could be overly desirable to something, even though it probably shouldn't be desiring that in the first place. or even maybe not even over desiring it, the actual thing it's just the person's desiring, but maybe too much desire at that given moment. I've done that with this project too many times, where I overly hold on to this project, like the progress of the project, even though I had to sacrifice for stuff anyway. Now I don't have to sacrifice as much, at least. I can actually cruise through this project pretty smoothly without any issues. Okay, you gotta think anti-hero is like the opposite of majority of, okay, so for example, those people that work for 120 hours because they're so loyal to a company. Think about that, those people, but it's purely for my own desire. It has nothing to do with being told what to do. It's kind of weird, but it's like that type of mindset, but it's more or less for my own internal uh either my internal gain or it's for other people's gain technically. So I'm not doing it. It's like if I did something, if I wanted to do something for the sake of people versus doing something just for my own sake, if that makes sense. It's like I want to do this, so it's like, but an SI or self-disciplined, fully self-disciplined person will dedicate themselves for what other people want them to do more than wanting them, wanting them, I've been doing this project around just over 3.5 years. Also, having the switch willpower also means I have the highest goal. I'm the most goal-oriented of all types of. I can hit the highest, I guess you could say the highest limits. Pretty much break through what people would think is impossible. I mean, let's be fair. I mean, this project is another example of it, of breaking through the limits. People can give ideas all the time, but execution, I've been basically the best, not the best at executing projects, but or going through things, but I have the highest uh ability to, I guess, go through with things that haven't really been done before, I guess. Like people may think I'm insane for suggesting a project, but I could actually really just get it done, I guess. That is if I really want to do the project or whatever it is. It could be any task, really. I mean, obviously the downside is the fact that you can put so much desire into something, but if you don't get it done, then you don't get it done. But I have to actually invest. It takes a lot for me to actually commit to things, but if I do commit to them, I won't actually really let go of them until they're finished. Because of that that willpower, willpower. It's default to focus, default to desire, default to getting that one thing done. It may have to sacrifice. Oh, well, I mean, the problem is that it's so desirable that it tries not to sacrifice anything. But knowing how to, if you know how to sacrifice properly with this level of willpower, then it'd be fine. Sacrificing what needs to be done. You could think of it as like, okay, so I want to do this, but the other part of your mind's like, okay, so you need to do this, 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 or this, so you can get what you want. It's like, okay, I don't want to do it because I need to do this. Because that's where the not putting in work part can kind of really backfire. No, it's tenacity, I know. I've used tenacity many times. But it is willpower though. Willpower is attached to tenacity. To tenacity. It's like willpower is like, okay, so I've fallen and then I will always get back up if something bad happens. Waiting for that joke. Seriously. That's very unintentional, but I mean. Or I'll always be put down, I guess, and I'll always get back up. Tenacity, willpower. I will get back up regardless of what happens. I will finish this regardless of what happens. Like, I'm not kidding. I could literally default to this project. Like, if I can just create, if I create a habit to do this project, then yeah, I'm pretty much. That's when you know I'm truly invested in something. If I literally just do it on autopilot. Combine autopilot with willpower, you basically have an unstoppable machine. Because I don't have to make a choice anymore. I'm just doing it. I'm just doing the project. I don't have to choose after a certain point to do the project. I'm literally just doing the project. I mean, yes, I still have to technically make the choice, but if I just don't make any choices and I just default to doing this project, then it's pretty much, that's when you know I'm fully invested into it. Eventually I'll get to that with programming. Eventually I'll get to that with programming where I'll just default to learning something in programming or default to a project or default to something, anything. So I benefit so much from practice, at least on my own, because I can default to it and I have the most control possible with the practice that I do. I can practice as much as I want. I'm not limited to people. I'm not limited to a work environment. I don't have to go to a specific location or anything like that, which I guess is kind of the same thing, but I mean, whatever. I don't have to have anybody actually teach me things. I can learn it on my own, fully learn it, understand it. This is why I didn't go to college either, or why I'm not even planning on going to college at all, is because I've already intuitively known that I can teach myself things because of my extreme tenacity and willpower. As long as I have the desire to do it. As long as I don't have a god complex, or, you know, I actually practice and not just think I want to do it and just not do it. Yeah, not have that god complex. Combined with the super high self-deprecation, combined with the, what is it called? worthlessness feeling, I guess. I have to get past those three things, and after that, I'm basically set. Which I know how to get past them. I literally just understand that I have them, and understanding that what I go through, I can get through it no matter what. Like, I should have used this project as an example of getting through things, regardless of whatever happened. But I never used it as an example, unfortunately, for some reason. I'm just a dishwasher at the moment. I'm making like 12 an hour. It's actually not bad. It's just, I'm basically just saving money. And then after I get done with Bedrock Massacre, while I'm doing Nether Massacre, I'm gonna be doing programming. I'm trying to get into web development. It's the reason why I use programming as an example. What's up, Evo? But yeah, it's something, honestly. I can't really give an opinion on either one of them, honestly. Because I've barely seen Technoblade. I've seen a little bit of Dream, but I still don't think I have enough to actually give a formal opinion, in my opinion. Kind of funny. I made an opinion about my opinion. About not make, or I made an opinion about not making my opinion. Yeah, because I get to control, basically. I get to have the freedom. I technically lost my freedom temporarily, but I gained it back with the ability to really focus in on my free time. Like, it used to kind of suck losing that type of free time temporarily, but I gained at the same time. It's like I took the more meaningful, like, temporarily sacrifice to gaining much more. Which I wish I understood that earlier. I'm not gonna lie. I wish I knew that maybe a year ago. Maybe not a year ago, because that's when COVID was. But I mean, maybe a year and a half ago. Back in 2019. Let's go with that. I wish I knew some of these concepts that I know now. I wish I knew them at that point. But it's fine now. At least I know them now. So. Whoa, that was weird. This is why I'm kind of just focusing on the project. I'm basically laser focusing everything that I'm gonna do. After the project, I'm doing career and partial project, because let's be honest, still have to do another massacre. Or I may just only focus on another massacre, and then after the Nether and the End, then I'll focus on programming full time, blow through that. And then after career's being set, career's been set, I move out. Like fully move out. I'm like partial moved out. It's kind of weird. It's hard to explain as well, but and then we have and then we have wealth, which I'm gonna be focusing on investments. And so I actually have because I'm fairly certain I'll get one development job. So after I do that, focus on wealth, and then while I'm starting wealth, I'll be doing health as well alongside wealth, because obviously you don't always, I mean, wealth won't take that long. I already have some decent knowledge on wealth or just money in general, so it's not like I have to relearn everything. There's some things I'm kind of gonna have to relearn a couple things, but I'd say for the most part, I'm pretty much good. I have all the concepts down. Let's go with that. Of stuff like that. Of finances. I'll still be learning more finances, though. I need to understand all of it, so I'll be spending a good maybe month or so just learning finance and understanding all types of finance and different subjects and areas within. I don't know. I want to go all the way really with some of these subjects. I don't want to just half do it like I used to try to. I need to just focus in on one subject at a time and really delve into it. It's a meaningful approach. Like, people would think like, oh yeah, hey, you need to focus on this, you need to focus on this. Nah, not in my case. Because if I do that, I'm only halfway. I'm only meeting my, I guess you could say, my knowledge halfway there. But the only way I can go all the way is to really go all the way in one subject at a time. So I can really dive deep into each subject. And then I'm gonna go with relationships are probably gonna be like a, hopefully I'm still gonna obviously have to put effort into that, but they're gonna be more of a side effect of health and wealth. Let's be honest, they kind of are. Or relationships is kind of a side effect, sort of. Not entirely. You still have to, it's only the halfway mark, I would say, with relationships. You still have to go the other, you still have to do the other half, but I'd say it still meets halfway for the most part. And then I'm pretty much set. I think after that, maybe I'll focus on business or something like that and figure out business ideas I could start in the future. But that's a while from now. That's a good several years from now, at least. It's probably a good, what, like 2 or 3 years at least. If not, like, close to 5 years. Because health is going to take a while, I'll tell you that much right now. There's still quite a bit I need to learn in health. I don't really know that much in terms of health. I've tried to make myself look like I know more than I actually do. I really don't know that much. I've done that a couple times. I've kind of done it with finance. I've actually done it with a lot of areas, but now I really need to just buck up and actually learn it fully, flesh out the topics. And then after I flesh out the topics, then I can focus on smaller subjects, possibly subjects like business. Well, okay, maybe that's not really a small subject, but I don't know. It's kind of weird that it's glitching the audio. Yeah. I'm just basically I'm gonna hit the first 3 domains, and then after that I'm gonna basically do whatever I want. I pretty much have as much freedom as I possibly could have by that point. I couldn't have any more unless I literally just somehow get enough investments, enough to use dividend investments and actually retire early, or dividend income investments, which it is possible. My God, that lag. I just don't know how possible it'll be. I don't plan on really truly retiring, I'm not gonna lie. I kind of like the idea at one point, but honestly, I kind of just want to focus on. Actually, let me just say this. I want to get to the point where I have the choice to retire or not. Let's go with that. That's a better way to say it. I don't really plan on truly retiring. Maybe at some point I'll change my mind. Obviously, I'm barely even scratched the surface of anything ever, but yeah. If I moved this world to PC, it'd make the project impossible, but maybe after I finish, I'll think about trying something. Alright, see ya, Ruan. However you say that. I still don't know how to say it, but It really depends on how this channel does, or how good this project does. I'm basically just letting this project speak for itself for the channel. And depending on how good the project does, and depending on how good the channel does, really depends on if I even do anything after doing mining the overworld, the Nether in the end. It really comes down to that. Yeah, it is ruined. I wasn't too sure. What's up, Maverick? Alright, there we go. There's another thing of pickaxes already. Damn, it's the first time I messed up in a while. Well, that was close. Seriously cutting this close. Realize that. Give me a second. Okay, I'm back. Yes, I'll drink a little bit. And some music. Hopefully you guys can't hear this. Can you hear anything? You shouldn't be able to, at least. Okay, good. That was weird. Oh god. The base 60. The heck?